I'm on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. And this is an exclusive Patreon only membership videos where you will get some interesting takes on Vedic astrology, some interesting learning on Vedic astrology, which I can usually will not upload on general YouTube platform. Connect with me on Patreon and we will grow, and I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Now let's talk about Cancer zodiac sign, but precisely about Cancer moon sign, which means if your moon in your own horoscope is in Cancer zodiac sign, Karka Rashi, then this video is going to be extremely important for you. Stay tuned till the end so that you get to know all the nuances, all the possibilities about Saturn transit in the sign of Aquarius, but exclusively for Aquarius moon, because you are going to start the Ashtamadhya, the 8th Saturn from the moon. There is nothing to panic because of this Ashtamadhya. Gemini went through a lot of disturbance, but Cancer has a different future when the Saturn goes in the 8th house from your moon. Stay tuned till the end, subscribe, and please hit the bell icon so that you and me can stay connected. Share the video among family and friends, and you can also follow me on Instagram for Reels, Telegram for all the links. And if you want to take my consultation, please drop me an email. The email ID is in the description box and it will be displayed here below on the screen. Let's begin the discussion. Let's begin the Samudra Manthan about Saturn 8th house movement for Cancer moon sign. Karka Rashi, Kal Purush 4th house, house of compassion, house of love, house of comfort, house of your house. It's the bhava that represents your own home, the abode where you feel most confident. It's the lap of nature, it's the lap of your mother, it's the love and affection of your loved ones. That is why called Sukha Bhava, the house of pleasure, the house of peace and happiness. And therefore, the planet related to peace and happiness, emotions, motherhood, love, compassion, jnana, comforts, which is moon, owns this house. And if you are born with Cancer moon sign, then definitely you will love all these things. You would love your comfort. You would want to be in your comfort zone. And you would want to love the nature. You would want to love other people like a mother. There is always a divine mother within you. But the thing about Cancer zodiac sign, and the thing about moon being in Cancer zodiac sign, is that they face lot of difficult circumstance owing to the Saturnian energy being right in front of the moon, which is Capricorn, 7th from the Cancer, and Aquarius, which is 8th from the Cancer. So Saturn will always pose a circumstantial challenge, and therefore in your own horoscope, if you are born with Cancer moon, observe where your Saturn is, and you will always face challenges because of that Saturn. It is like a theme. Obviously, the challenge can give you positive result, the challenge can give you negative result. That's a whole lot of discussion for a particular horoscope. That's a case-to-case basis analysis. But in general, Cancer moon do not like the presence of Saturn, because it's like the Cancer is like water. It wants to flow freely. It's like an emotion, but Saturn is like the boundary coming from external factors. Badha, the hurdles. Now Saturn was in the sign of Capricorn from January 2020, and it was putting a hold because Saturn was judging every single action of Cancer zodiac sign right in front. It made you face the challenges, it made you adjust forcibly in the circumstances, it made you take some tough decisions, and now this Saturn is going in the 8th house. Now 8th house is something that moon does not like. Well, Moon actually gets debilitated in Scorpio because Scorpio or the 8th house energies are more about transformations, pulling you out of the comfort zone. You may have to leave the loved ones behind. It's like if you want to bring a change, say you want to have a job or a business, obviously you will have to quit the resting time. Maybe it cuts down the sleeping time. Maybe you will have to move to a different city, country for work. Obviously, it takes you away from the house or the comfort area, the shell. It breaks the cocoon, and this Saturn is the kind of Saturn for you that will turn you into a butterfly. But obviously, the transformation is painful. And the same transformation when Saturn goes in Aquarius, Moon finds it very difficult to adjust, because the first thing Saturn will do by going in Aquarius is try to take in charge of all the changes in life. So you will see that there are huge build-up, emotional build-up that will happen now, that might be happening right now. And slowly it will convert into actions, and those actions will translate into a different future, a future which you might not have thought, a future which is very different from what you're thinking right now. But is it all negative? Absolutely no. It's all about perspective. Remember, Moon is perspective of life. You have to see this Saturn in a positive light, because if you see it in a negative light, it is like a death. Ashtama Bhava Shani is like a Mrityu, because it is sitting in the Mrityu Bhava. But you also have to understand that this Shani is in its own zodiac sign. Aquarius is the Mula Trikona zodiac sign of Saturn. So Cancer has to transform always. How do you understand this? A water, if it stays stagnant at a particular position, will become poisonous. You have to be like a river, constantly flowing, constantly changing, constantly exploring territory, and you have to be comfortable in the change. And this information will come during this Ashtam Dhaya. If you're too rigid, if you just want to hold on, you will face the flow of the karma that will push you along, and the tide of the karma will break all the shackles and will take you along. So the best thing is go with the flow. Saturn's third aspect will fall on your 10th house. 10th house from Moon. So this is going to work on your mental attitude, how big you think. It is going to challenge your question. It is going to challenge your abilities to think. It is going to question your way of working. When Saturn goes in 8th, it will aspect the 2nd house. It is going to make you think about your financial security. You need to work on your taxes. You need to work on your insurances. You need to work on your pension. You need to work on your future plans. This Saturn wants you to think long term. And if you are immature, if you're not thinking that way, then the problems will come. Saturn will give you small glimpses that, hey, if you don't take care of it, see what can happen. And that is what a person claims, that the life is difficult. So that is why I'm talking about perspective. There will be small issues, which is very much natural. It's the 8th house Saturn. For every zodiac sign, once Saturn goes in 8th house, it's pretty much, it's the cycle of life. It's for Cancer now, it was for Gemini before, it will be Leo in the future, and so on, it just continues. But you have to be like a river. On one side, it is constantly flowing. On the other side, it is constantly changing and also taking the information along and carrying what is needed and dumping down what is not. So you must be ready for that level of transformation. And with second house getting the aspect of Saturn from the 8th is when the insecurity might come, the anxiety might come. You might feel that you don't have resources. So you need to work for that. It will make you work. It will make you understand. It will push you to act. And that is the beauty of the Ashtama Shani for Karka Rashi. Saturn's 10th aspect will fall on the 5th house. And therefore, it is going to be excellent for students, for philosophers, for thinkers, for people who want to do a lot of certification, education, scholars, PhD holders, scientists, engineers, thinkers, writers. It is going to be an exceptional time for them because you will use your vidya and the power of mantra, power of concentration to change your life. Focused attitude is what you need. If you are not focused, Saturn will compel you to focus by giving you problems, and in order to resolve those problems, you will have to take those measures eventually. Obviously, sudden gains, lottery-like gains, not possible. Yes, if you are supposed to get something, then it may appear as if there is a flood of positivity, suddenly there is a rise of money, but this is because you have been doing good karma from a very long time, and now the time has come to reap the benefits. Not every result will be negative. It can give you sudden positive gains. It can give you what you deserve and you were not getting from a very long time. So the floodgates of the positive energy will also open. But don't expect. It's not like Rahu that you will expect and you will get. If you have worked in the past for a certain thing, this will give you a result of that. And that result will change your life. And with Saturn aspect on the 5th house, it is going to increase your productivity. But if you're not listening to Saturn, if you're not disciplined, laziness, procrastination, and negative thinking will cloud your mind. And that will act as a punishment. So think about that. Also, it's a good time for people involved in metal industry, petrochemical industry, energy sector, agricultural sector, construction. If you are into export and import of steel, if you want to establish a plant that will give you future returns, if you want to transform your business by restructuring your organization, if you are into administration, if you are into government service, if you are an aspirant of civil services, it's a good time because all of this has potential to change your life for good, just that you should not hurry. Now, club this Saturn transit with the movement of Rahu over a period of couple of years. Right now, Rahu is in your 10th house and Saturn will aspect that Rahu until October 2023. And then for 18 months, Rahu will move in the sign of Pisces. And Pisces happens to be your 9th house. So definitely this is a quest to figure out what is dharma and what is adharma, what is right, what is wrong, and your potential to change your destiny through constant effort, finding new solution and digging deep. Because Saturn in 8th house in Aquarius means, hey, enough of rest, now come to office, face the challenge, face the competition and show your strength, prove yourself. So for the Cancer moon sign, this is more about proving a point, but proving a point in a constructive manner. Who can help you? Shani is not your enemy. He is here to guide you. He is here to transform you. So he is the one who can help you. Pray to him. Chant the mantra, Nilanjanam Samabhasam Raviputram Yamagrajam Chhaya Martanda Sambhutam Tam Namami Shanashwaram. If you bow down to Saturn with discipline, with gratitude, if you show that you are there for other people, if you show that you are thinking in the long term, and if you show that you are slightly conservative, going with the flow, and then also focusing on the change, and you are following the path of slow and steady wins the race, Saturn, Shanidev will always do his best for you. You can also pray to Bhagavan Hanuman by chanting Hanuman Chalisa every day. Career transformations, transformation for students, all will happen during this time. If people are trying for childbirth, that can also happen. If you are not giving enough attention to your child, you will be forced to. Chanting mantra will also be a great way. Shani Bij Mantra. You can chant that and it will be a great way to enhance the power so that your mind becomes more and more focused. Practicing Vipassana Dhyan, doing Hatha Yoga are also some of the ways by which you can manage the energy. And one area where Saturn will always try to take control is your health. 8th house always talks about health. So take care of your health, especially your mental and psychosomatic issues. Anxiety, anger, frustration, depression. Well, Saturn is a planet. Whenever it will go, it will move, it will carry on those energies, because those are the energies that take you away from the material things. Say Saturn has to make you feel detached from a particular subject, from a particular object. He will give you depression. He will obstruct everything. He will block every single path. But then you will have to understand why it is happening. So Saturn in 8th house also means deep research and analysis and going to the depth of the subject. And that is what all Cancer zodiac sign must do during this time. There is nothing to fear. It's a transit of transformation, analysis, and a transit that will change you for good. And if you accept that change, you will see you will become as bright as a diamond. Wish you all the best, and I hope you will accept the Saturn transit as it is and also change your perspective. Be constructive, be positive, be optimistic, and always check for root cause. You will always find a positive output to all events of your life. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, namaste.